Okay, this is an instructional for measures 1 through 8, right hand, page 22. This is in your binder or folder, round and round. Here's my middle C. We're going to start on our A here, middle C, A. So the notes in measures 1 through 8, right hand, are going to be part of the A scale. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some skipping. These are our page are actually right here. A, C, E, C, A, C, A, B, C, D, skip down, B, C, B, A, E. Okay, you got it. In measure rest, measure 5, measure 6. A, C, E, C, B, C, D, C, B, A. Okay, so make sure your notes are correct. Say your note names out loud. And you can also listen to this, make sure your notes are right. Okay, I'm going to do the counting beats next. So I am looking at my develop. I'm going to do the naming notes. We're going to do the counting beats, step 2. So I'm going to add my ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and correction on the first measure. I think I played the 8 notes. So measure 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and make sure those are even. Okay. You can once you can count out loud measures 1 through 8 right hand, you can go ahead and add that slow metronome. I'm just gonna put it at 60. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and okay. So when you can count out loud and you're playing the correct notes, when you have that down, you can go ahead and add that slow metronome. Right. If you have 1 through 8 down, you feel comfortable with the metronome, you can move on to measures 9 to the end. Measure 9 to the end, we're going to be playing in the C scale. And for this one, our thumb is going to be on treble C. So C scale. Okay. Right. All we're doing is transposing from A scale to C scale. The interval between the notes stays the same. Okay? C, E, G, E, C, E, G, D, E, F, D, E, D, C, G. Measure 13, measure of rest. C, E, G, E, D, E, F, E, D, C. Okay? Don't worry about the DCL fine yet, okay? DCL fine means del capo al fine and means to go back to the beginning and play until you hit the fine. You'll notice that the darker double lines right here. Right? Let me go ahead and do the counting beats for measure 9. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, when you can do the counting out loud easily along with the correct notes, you can go ahead and put a slow metronome to it. Only do the metronome if you know the notes and you can count out loud. Okay. All right, starting at measure 9. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 2, and 3, and. Okay. So just work on your right hand. If you only get two measures 1 through 8, that is totally fine. Okay, I'm only adding in measures 9 through the end if the measures 1 through 8 come a little bit too easily. So just work on your right hand, making sure the notes are correct. You're counting out loud. Once you can count out loud easily, all your notes are correct, then you can add the slow metronome.